Think of the greatest words you've ever read. Not the ones that just sound pretty. The ones you built your whole life around. You know the ones. They kept you going when you wanted to pretend that the world didn't exist. They illuminated life when nothing made sense. They sparked a fire deep, deep inside you. Now imagine a world where those words aren't there to keep the earth spinning on its axis. Think of the greatest idea you've ever had. Think of how excited you were. Think of the way your handwriting was almost unintelligible on that napkin or that bit of scrap paper you grabbed before the stroke of genius was gone forever. But what if the words weren't there? This is a reality for all too many people. In 2014, the Huffington Post reported that 39% of Americans were illiterate. That same year, 24/7 Wall Street ranked Aurora, Colorado as the 9th most illiterate city in the U.S. These statistics, of course, are mere estimates. Many reports are outdated. Even the current ones rely on newspaper circulation, high school dropout rates, and self-reporting, which is in itself unlikely to be accurate due to the stigma surrounding illiteracy. Relying on statistics for newspapers is invalid in the age of the internet. But relying on high school dropout rates isn't much better. There are countless reasons to drop out of high school, and illiteracy is only one of them. Additionally, some people may find that they lose the ability to read because of a traumatic injury or illness. In such a case as this, one's previous level of education becomes irrelevant. Finally, in today's educational system, many students may end up graduating without having received any quality of education due to our refusal to hold children back in school. Therefore, even high school graduates may lack proficiency in reading and writing. Ultimately, there's almost no way to track literacy, but we can nearly guarantee that the rate is much higher than 39%. Many illiterate individuals have become adept at hiding their inability to read. Leslie Kaufman of the New York Times tells the story of a woman identified as Vanessa, who graduated high school with a learning disability and no understanding of the written word. At 38, she works with special needs children, but her employer and co-workers don't know that she can't read. Illiteracy is often a well-kept secret, but this should not be interpreted to mean that illiteracy is somehow easy to live with. In an age of forms, memos, applications, text messages, Google searches, and written navigational directions, illiteracy is more of a hindrance today to one's career and social life than ever before. Georgie Rasko of News OK observes that illiterate individuals rely entirely on their own memory, which must be even harder if paired with a disability, illness, or injury which impairs that memory. The social and financial isolation that comes with illiteracy often leads to criminality. The website Begin to Read reported that over 60% of prison inmates are illiterate. Most local and national programs that work to reverse adult illiteracy, like the Literacy Coalition of Colorado, for instance, focus on the GED rather than pure literacy. This can be alienating to adults who already have a high school diploma or don't want one. For others, working towards a GED may be even more daunting than learning to read. In a society widely considered one of the most privileged and advanced in the world, it is surprisingly easy to overlook the fact that almost half of our population cannot read proficiently. An estimated 39% of adults in the United States are alienated from books, poetry, magazines, news sources, and written correspondence. And thanks to misconceptions and lack of awareness, there's hardly any action being taken to combat this reality. According to Masters of British Literature, 97% of the British population could read in the year 1900. In 2017, we can only ask, where did the words go?